Welcome fellow gamers, let's enter the portal and see what the truth behind player versus player gaming is really all about. In this video, we're going to cover the most important element of gaming. Each game that has player versus player aspect has unique elements of gameplay, and if you're playing your favorite game today and that same game was released after the year of 2000, then you're in luck. Many games that are currently popular today have completely revolutionized concepts, but ultimately haven't changed the core of what they really are. For example, first-person shooters will always maintain their uniqueness when it comes to field of view, weapon selection, and HUD layouts. Multiplayer online battle arena strategy games, commonly known as MOBAs, on the other hand, have their different roles and team objectives to destroy the enemy base or structures. The beauty of learning how to play in a certain genre of games gives you the ability to transfer your skills and experience into any of the other games that fall into the same genre or style of gaming. That being said, let's finally start learning something that can influence your gameplay right away. Like I've said in the beginning of this video, this is the most important element of professional gaming or improvement in general. Ready for it? Mindset. Wait, what? Okay, bear with me. Let me give you some context first. Ever had a game where you got into the mindset of losing and you ended up losing it? That's interesting. I wonder why. Learning to play the game on a very high skill level has nothing to do with winning or losing. We as people have this unexplainable attachment to the outcomes of both winning and losing as a goal with every task in hand. This is also true for gaming, of course. The brutal reality is that it really doesn't matter. What matters the most is how you self-assess your progress and improve for the next time you play. We all get too concerned with the big W or even bigger L, when the truth is that the only way that all the pro players that we love became who they are today and play the way that they do now is through countless losses, some of which aren't even related to the games they play. It's a bigger sacrifice than you think, but I'll get back to that. Every cell in my body believes that victory comes with consistency, and you getting better at the game requires self-awareness and attention in order to be able to see the bigger picture. Easier said than done, right? Correct. This is mindset. Let me get straight to the point. The reason why I focus on time as the fundamental factor of improvement is because many people don't realize the following. For you to become the skilled player you've always wanted to be, and even match the skill cap of your favorite streamers, you need to understand that there's always two ways to play the same game. Play for fun, play occasionally with friends, play for the sake of playing. No strings attached, just fun. On the flip side, the way that gets you the overall success, skill and experience that you've always wanted to have and have been shown via platforms like Twitch or YouTube as a final product has nothing to do with what we perceive as just playing the game for fun. People don't realize that putting in the countless hours of gameplay, self-criticism and analysis were an inevitable part of the process in order to create this product. Some are more gifted than others, but most have to grind their way to the top. These two methods of playing a game have their own unique benefits, but I can promise you that the second one will always get you the actual results in time. When you have games like League of Legends, CSGO and Fortnite, each holding the leading positions in their own genre of gaming and high demands of continuous improvement, it's necessary to become detached from the short-term outcome. Please be aware of the following. If you want to play or continue playing for the sake of winning a few matches, because that will make you feel happy inside and provide you with a sense of accomplishment, but paradoxically, few games later, you get extremely mad because you've lost a few matches, then we have a lot of work to do. The number one rule is always time. What do I mean by that? And why have I repeated myself numerous times? Because it's true. Time is the only currency in the world that directly affects our patience, and we hate it. At this point, you can be thinking, what the f is this dude talking about? But let me tell you this. Given that you're not where you want to be as a dedicated player, even if you could meet up with the best players in the world that play the same game as you, and sit down in the same room, ask them questions about improving your own skills, their answers won't matter if you don't implement them. Which brings us back to square one. Time. I know, it sucks. And it sucks for me too, so suck it up and move on. Play for yourself rather than victory. Do your best and focus on your own actions, not your team's. not the outcome of the game. You. Understand that winning the game match doesn't mean anything if you didn't learn something from it. I can't sell you a magical pill that will make you play better, but I can give you a well-structured path to follow. Think of it as the foundation needed for everyone to start their own journey and become the better player they've always imagined to be. Before jumping into the actual gameplay analysis and everything starts to get too technical and in depth, I want to explain something very simple. The reason why the Portal exists is to better your perception of gaming, not to force my individual opinion upon anyone. I truly believe that wanting to be the better player in a virtual world and taking the necessary steps to achieve that goal can also affect the real one too. Isn't it strange that I haven't mentioned a single thing about any game the whole video? Why am I focusing on everything else but tips and tricks? Is it a coincidence that pro players seem to have the ability to transfer their skills and dominate multiple games that fall into the same style of gaming that they've always enjoyed and played? Just stop for a moment and think about it. Next stop, gaming analysis. See you there.